Hello, students. So, we shall continue with the same chapter, Gentleman of the Jungle, and it is by Jomo Kenyatta. In the last class, we studied about how the lion came roaring to the field where the hut is there, and the man and the elephant and all other animals are gathered there, and they are seeing the heated argument between the man and the elephant. Okay, and yes, the lion, the king of the jungle, came roaring and asked what is happening. So he got to know what is happening there, and he said that he will appoint a commissioner of inquiry, and this case will be investigated very well. Okay, so and yeah, we stopped in page number 3, first paragraph. We shall continue from there. Okay, so here the king wanted peace and tranquility in his kingdom, and he said, "No one will fight. Okay, there should be no disturbance in my kingdom, and no one should disturb the peace and tranquility in my kingdom." So the man was here. The man was pleased by the sweet words from the king of the jungle, because the king of the jungle told the man that he will get back his hut. Okay, he will get back his hut. There will be the case will be investigated very well, and you will get a proper judgment. Okay, so yeah, we shall continue from there. The elephant, obeying the command of his masters, got busy with other ministers to appoint the commission of inquiry. So now the elephant got ready to appoint the commission of inquiry. Okay, and the following elders were appointed to sit in a commission. So elders of the jungle, the following elders of jungle were appointed to sit in a commission. So they were, so I have marked in a bracket. So 1 2 5. Okay, so these were the elders appointed for the commission of inquiry, that is Mr. Rhinoceros, Mr. Buffalo, Mr. Alligator, the left horn, Mr. Fox to act as chairman, and Mr. Leopard to act as a secretary to the commission. So I will show you the picture where they are sitting in a commission. Okay, so on seeing the personnel, the man protested and asked if it was it was not necessary to include in this commission a member from his side. Okay, so here the man, there was no one from the man's side. Okay, so there was no one from the man side, and everyone were from the animal side. Okay, so all the commissions were animals, and they belong to the jungle. Okay, when he protested, he was told that there was no one from his side who was well educated to understand the intricacy of the jungle law. So he says, from my side, there is no one who understands the intricacy, the laws and the norms, rules and regulations of who understands the jungle rules and regulations. Okay, so there was no man who can understand the intricacy of the jungle law. Okay, so then but he was told that it was impossible, since no one from his side was well enough educated to understand the intricacy of the jungle law. So this is not from his side. Okay, so when he says, the man says that there is no one from my side in the commission. Okay, that time the commission of the inquiry, the elders of the jungle and the king told that there is no man from his side who is well educated to understand the intricacy of jungle law. So the human beings cannot understand the intricacy of jungle law. So this is direct comparison of the European society, European norms, that the African people was not able to understand. So that is what it is directly trying to tell. Okay, so yeah, we'll continue further from the last sixth line. Further, that there was nothing to fear, for the members of the commission were all men of repute, for their impartiality in justice, and as they were gentlemen chosen by God to look after the interests of race less adequately endowed with teeth and claws, he might rest assured that they would investigate the matter with the greatest care and report impartially. Okay, so here, yes, there was no man from the man's side who will understand the intricacy of the jungle law. He was further assured, means he was given positive vibe, or he was given assurance that there was nothing to fear since the members of the commissions were chosen by God. Okay, it is said that all these members who are in the commission of inquiry, that is rhinoceros, buffalo, alligator, fox, and the leopard, okay, so all these were chosen from God. Okay, this was assurance given to the man by the jungle law of jungle. Okay, jungle law, and they said that this commission was chosen by the God. Okay, and they were endured with teeth and claws. Okay, so this is what the animals, that they have teeth and claws, so they would investigate the matter with greatest care. Okay, and report impartiality, so there would be no partiality, and they would investigate the case with greatest care, since because they were appointed or chosen by the God. Okay, so yeah, this was all about this paragraph. So the commission of inquiry is inquiring the case, and there is no one from the man's side, because the commission says that no one could understand the intricacy of jungle law. Okay, so and yeah, and this they are giving the man assurance that they will give you a perfect judgment, because they assure the man that they are all chosen from God, and they have tooth and claws, and they will investigate the case with greatest care and impartiality. They won't do partiality. Okay, so yeah, so you can see this picture. Okay, this is the commission of inquiry. Okay, and yeah, you can see the fox as a chairman and leopard as an inquiry, and there are other things like alligator, rhinoceros. Okay, so everyone are there, and the man is sitting outside. Okay, because this is the jungle law, and man is kept away, he is not even considered. Okay, so this is how the commission is happening. So you can see the picture. Will be in your textbook. If you have your textbook, you can see this picture. Okay, so this is the jungle law, and this is the commissioner or commission of inquiry. Okay, so we shall continue with the second paragraph. The commission sat to take the evidence. The rod Mr. Horn, Mr. Elephant was first called. He came along with a superior air, brushing his tusks with his sapling which Mr. Elephant had provided, and in an authoritative voice said, "Gentlemen of the jungle, there is no need for me to waste your valuable time in relating a story which I am sure you all know. I have always regarded it as my duty to protect the interest of my friends, and this appears to have caused a misunderstanding between myself and my friend here. He invited me to save his hut from being blown away by a hurricane, as the hurricane had gained access owing to the unoccupied space in the hut. I considered it necessary in my friend's own interest to turn underdeveloped space to a more economic use by sitting in it myself, a duty which any of you would undoubtedly have performed with equal readiness in similar circumstances." So here the commission sat to take the evidence. Okay, so all the commission, I showed you that picture. So the commission sat to take the evidence, and Mr. Elephant justified his act, saying that he had always regarded it as his duty to protect the interest of his friends. Okay, so now the elephant is telling something different story. Okay, some other different story that it is his duty to protect the interest of his friend. So his friend was a man, and it was his duty to protect the interest of his friend, and that had caused the misunderstanding, and there is some misunderstanding between me and my friend. He said that his friend had invited him to save his hut from being blown away by a hurricane. Okay, so now the elephant is telling, so you all know the story that the elephant had come for a help, to take help from a man, and he wants to put his trunk inside the hut. You all know the story, but now the elephant is telling different story that he said that his friend the man had invited him to save his hut from being blown away by a hurricane. Hurricane, you know that hurricane is like a cyclone. Okay, it's like cyclone, and you know how the wind blows and the storm and the thunder, everything together. Okay, so it is like hurricane is like a cyclone. Okay, and now the elephant is saying that the man he himself called me for, invited me to save his hut from a hurricane. Okay, so the elephant said that he considered it necessary to turn the underdeveloped space to a more economic use by sitting in it. Okay, so now the elephant is saying that the place where the hut is, it is a undeveloped space. Okay, and it is not of any use. So now the elephant is telling that he is seen the undeveloped space, and he wants to develop that space for a economic use by sitting in it. So now you understood that the elephant is creating a different story, and a duty with which any of you would undoubtedly have performed with equal readiness in similar circumstances. So any one of you would have done this. Even if I was not there, you would have done this. Okay, so he is trying to uh, cover the things and cover the reality and show the other side of the story. Okay, so we shall stop here.